Introducing your 2011 AAA Blues. Defenseman. Number 2, Patrick Komodowski. Defenseman. Number 7, Hutch Rubis. Forward. Number 9, Tyson Boyer. Defenseman. Number 10, John Peterson. Defenseman. Number 11, Malachi Smith. Defenseman. Number 12, Linus Brooks. Forward. Number 13, Brandon Bauer. Forward. Number 16, Braden Harris. Forward. Number 17, Jackson Giorgio. Defenseman. Number 19, Emerson Minimin. Forward. Number 21, Mason Blanchard. Forward. Number 27, Grant Fugner. Forward. Number 29, Ian Bowers. Goalie. Number 30, Max Stutzer. Goalie. Number 31, Luke Scanapieko. Forward. Number 66, Braden Schneider. Forward. Number 85, Gordon Crowley. Forward. Number 88, Luke Wessel. Forward. Number 91, Jonathan Zilm. Forward. Number 93, Ben Spatansky.
Okay, let's go.
Good morning, Blues fans. We are live here in Chicago. The day continues to be cold. I think it's like 18 degrees or something outside. We are inside where it's nice and warm here at the Arctic Ice Arena. Blues will take on the Milwaukee Junior Admirals tonight in Game 2 of this Tier 1 Elite Showcase. Blues have finished up warm-ups. They're getting final instruction for the bench. We do know the starting goaltender tonight will be Luke Scanapieko after Max Stutzer had a shutout earlier today. Blues are going to start this affair with the Spitansky, Wessel, Blanchard line up front. Defensively, we'll have Komodowski and Miniman start this game. Ref checks with the goaltender. 17 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to get this party started. Face-off is won by the Admirals. They have it knocked off their stick by Blanchard. They pick it back up in their own zone. They go D to D, and then they send it up near side. That puck goes high off the glass. High stick down by a Blues player, but touched by an Admirals player, so no whistle. Miniman has it. He quickly reverses up to Blanchard. Blanchard drop pass for Spitansky, and here comes Spitansky with Wessel cutting to the net. Gets at the front, shot on loose puck. Rebound in front, picked up by Blanchard, shot. What a save by the Admirals goaltender there to keep this a tie game early in the first, as Blanchard had picked up that puck as it sat in the slot, took a shot, and goalie swung his pad out and made a great save. Admirals send out a fresh forward unit. Blues will continue with the same 5-man unit. Spitansky lines up, take this draw. It's won by the Admirals, picked off their stick by Wessel. They get it back and put it all the way down in the Blues zone. They wave off icing, as I'm assuming they think it hit a Blues player's stick. We couldn't see it as it was on the boards right here. Blues battle in the corner for it with two Admirals players. That's Spitansky and Wessel. Admirals player goes down. Puck is picked up by the Admirals. They got a shot off, hits the pad, and looks like the net was dislodged. Ref jams it back down into the ice, gives the Blues a chance to make a change about a minute into this game. They send out Giorgio, Boyer, Zelm up front. Defensively, we'll have Peterson and Rubis. Defensive zone face-off comes to Scanapieko's right. It is won by the Blues. Rubis is going to skate it right up the middle. He hits Boyer on the near side boards. Boyer gets to the outside, has it roll off of his stick. Milwaukee picks it up behind their net, knocked off their stick by Zilm. Boyer picks it up in the corner, tips it forward to Zilm. Zilm off the boards, goes to the point to Rubis. Rubis skates towards the center. He takes it down low for Giorgio. Giorgio back out to Rubis. Rubis shot. That hits off the knob of the stick. That's going to come all the way down to the Blues zone. Peterson gives chase, picks it up, takes it behind the Blues net. He hits Rubis near side on the boards. Rubis quickly up to Boyer. Boyer give and go for Giorgio, and here comes Giorgio with speed. Has it knocked off of his stick just as he enters, and they're going to flip it all the way back down into the Blues zone. Chase ended with both players getting there around the same time. Giorgio gets around. Now we have a 2-on-1. Giorgio and Zilm. Oh, pass to Zilm is a bullet. Couldn't hang on to it. Milwaukee grabs it, takes it behind the net into the near side corner. Boyer there breaks up that exit. He has it on the sideboards. Giorgio hits his man. Brooks holds, throws it back in. Bowers, fresh on the ice, goes into the corner, hits his man, knocks the puck off. Boyer grabs the loose puck, sends it to the point. Shot deflects, comes into the near side corner. Boyer sends it out to Brooks. Brooks settles the rolling puck, sends it towards the net. Bauer picks up the loose puck, puts it down low for Crowley. Crowley stops in the corner as he gets hit. Bauer comes in, pushes it into the near side corner. He sends it up the boards to Brooks. Brooks, long shot. That goes just wide, looking for a tip. Admirals grab it. They reverse behind the net and come to the near side corner. They try clearing again. That is held by Brooks. Brooks throws it into the far corner. Smith pinches in, holds it there. Milwaukee grabs it. They send it all the way down in what should be an icing if it gets there, and they're going to wave that off. Blues send it down, and then that will be an icing as nobody touched that pass. Blues finish the line change. A new defensive unit comes out to join Bowers, and Crowley up front. That'll be Miniman and Kamadoski. And that will be it for that line. They make a line change up front now. Fugner, Schneider, Harris join Kamadoski and Miniman. Defensive zone face-off to the left of Scanapieko is won by Fugner. Back to Kamadoski. He goes to Miniman. Miniman goes back to Kamadoski behind the net. He circles in the corner. He sends it around the boards hard. Schneider's going to pick that up on the sideboards. He has it knocked off of his stick. He gets it to Fugner. Fugner gets it to the neutral zone. Blues go in on the forecheck. They go far side. Their pass forward is tipped. Schneider picks off the entry pass, gives it to Kamadoski. Kamadoski right back to Miniman. Miniman's going to skate it near side. He tries to hit Fugner, hits a Milwaukee player's stick, and then they chip it back to the neutral zone. Fugner ties up his man. They throw the puck in deep. Kamadoski grabs it behind the Blues net. He's going to skate it out far side, cuts towards the center. He goes to Schneider. Schneider hits it off an Admirals player. It's going to go all the way down on net. Loose puck. Harris picks it up. Tries to hit Fugner. It bounces off of his stick. Kamadoski grabs it, goes to Miniman. Miniman to Harris. Harris gets knocked down, and they turn and they ice the puck all the way down the ice. So 12:58 left here in this first. Tie game 0-0. Blues send out a fresh 5-man unit. Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front. Peterson and Rubis on defense. Offensive zone face-off will be to the left of the Admirals goaltender. Spatansky lines up to take this. He gives Rubis the look. That's where he would like that puck to go. It goes to Wessel. Wessel to Peterson. Peterson puts it down below the net for Spatansky. Spatansky stops in the corner, drops it for Wessel, gets picked off. Admiral's pass goes errant into the far corner. Wessel beats his man there, pushes it behind the net. Now him and Spatansky both on the forecheck pressure cause a turnover. It comes into the near side corner. Wessel chases it down. Skates the blue line. He goes over to Rubis. Rubis has to stop and grab it. He sends it towards the front of the net. That gets picked off. Blanchard hassles his man behind the net. They're just going to throw it up the far sideboards. Rubis pinches in, holds it on the sideboards. Now he kicks it down below the net for Wessel. Wessel's going to take it behind. He skates it out to the circle. He goes far side for Rubis again. Rubis has it bounce off of his stick, reclaims it, throws it in behind the net to Spatansky. Spatansky lets it go for Wessel. Wessel gets it out to Peterson. Peterson to Rubis on the blue line. Back to Peterson. Long shot. That gets through, hits the back dasher, goes a mile in the air, glove down, and then played by Wessel, so no hand pass. He gives it back to Spatansky. Spatansky down low for Blanchard. Blanchard has it roll off, or he gives it to Wessel. It rolls off Wessel's stick. Peterson picks it up, gives it to Rubis. Down low for Wessel. Wessel to Blanchard. Shot on, saved by the Admirals goaltender. Puck behind the net now being battled for. They take it, they swing it out, and that's going to go all the way down, and that will not be far enough for icing as well, as Blues got there before it crossed the line. Peterson sends it up the boards, right to an Admirals defender. They put it back into the neutral zone. Peterson picks it off, makes a move around one, kicks it into their zone, and then he puts it in deep as the Blues are changing. Admirals reverse it to the far side corner. Zilm on the forecheck, Giorgio on the forecheck. Giorgio hits his man, knocks the puck off his stick. Zilm picks it up, puts it in the corner. Giorgio there for it, tries to send it to the point, picked off by the Admirals. They chip it to the center, and they're going to bring it into the blue zone far side. They'll put it in deep. Brooks is going to be first to that puck. He sends it behind for Boyer. Boyer has it bounce over his stick. Giorgio battles on the boards for it now and comes away with it. He goes far side for Zilm. Zilm chip pass to Boyer. Boyer to the outside. One to beat. Has it knocked off his stick. Still maintains control. Admirals goalie got tossed around there. They send the puck out to the point. Malachi Smith hits it off an Admirals player. Goes to Zilm. Zilm battles on the boards with 3 players. And finally, the Admirals able to clear. Brooks picks it up in his own zone. And wow. Man wide open while they're changing, and we skate it into the neutral zone and turn it over. Brooks again with it. He's going to skate it through. He gets hit, goes forward into their zone. Zilm grabs it. And here come the Admirals back 3-on-3 into the Blues territory. They take a shot, hits off Brooks' stick, goes just wide. Malachi Smith comes away with it after the hit. His pass hits off the skate, goes right to the Admirals' point, and Bauer picks up the puck, and it is going to go all the way down as Bowers didn't see the pass coming. So Blues not playing heads-up hockey just yet. A couple opportunities missed early in this game. They would like to reverse that fortune, get some more scoring opportunities. They're going to send out Crowley, Bauer, Bowers with Miniman and Komodowski on defense. Face-off's a tie-up. Blues come away with it. Komodowski's going to skate it up the middle. He crosses the red line, puts it in deep. Bauer goes in on the forecheck, beats his man to the puck, drops it for Crowley. Crowley has it roll on him, but comes away with it. He tries to put it in front for Bowers, picked off by Milwaukee. They're going to send it around the far way. Miniman holds it at the line, shot on, stick save, comes all the way out to the point. Bowers gets there first. He tries to put it back in deep. Admirals steal it. They put it back into the Blues zone. Komodowski grabs it, tries to go to Miniman. That's out of his reach. And Milwaukee brings it right back into the Blues zone. Picked off by Miniman, sent to Komodowski. Crosses the red line. Brings it into the Admiral zone, puts it deep in the corner. Nobody there as the Blues winger went for a change. Crowley picks it up. He reverses down low for Bowers. Bowers takes it behind the net. Schneider goes to help him. Pass put right in front. And that's picked off. Exit attempt picked off again by Komodowski. Miniman gives it to Schneider. He gets to the outside, tries to get to the front, gets knocked off of his stick. He's going to battle in the corner as he waits for reinforcements. Knocks his man, still has the puck. Harris comes in, steals it from the Milwaukee player. He reverses in the near side corner. Bugner now goes back to help. He comes away with the puck, goes behind the net, reverses. He sends it to Schneider. Schneider shot on. Oh, through the pad, hit the post, and bounced right back out. What a good play that was. Heads up pass by Fugner. Hits Schneider. Beats the goalie through the 5-hole and hits the back of the post and then drops right in the slot, and the goalie falls and covers it. Good play by the goalie. Blues win that face-off out to Rubis at the point. He puts it in deep. Harris battles for it. Milwaukee sends it right back out again, held at the line by Rubis. He makes a move, skates, tries to go far side to Schneider. That's picked off, and here comes Milwaukee through the neutral zone with it. They cross the red line, throw it in deep. Scanapieko can't stop it behind the net, goes all the way around for Rubis, or for Peterson. Peterson chips it up to Schneider. Schneider to Fugner, and here comes Fugner with room. He reverses. He puts it in deep. Harris is going to pick that up behind the net. He reverses off the hit, takes it into the corner. Schneider goes to help him. Harris gets it to Peterson. Peterson skates the line, makes a move and goes around. Schneider covers the point. Schneider gets the puck. He goes to Rubis. Rubis shot. That gets through. Pad save. Push to the side. Schneider comes down off the point, takes it behind the net. Oh, tries to hit Harris in front. That one's going to go all the way down. And Peterson's going to have to regroup and grab that as the Blues start a line change. Peterson puts it off the boards into the neutral zone. Spatansky on the ice, takes it off his stick. 2-on-1 shot. That goes high and wide. Held at the point by Blanchard. Blanchard's passed down low to Wessel's off the mark, picked off. And here comes the Admirals back to the neutral zone. And Brooks pushed him to the outside, heads up, wide open shot. That goes over the crossbar all the way out to the point. Another shot gets through the skates of Brooks, picked up near side by an Admirals player. He reverses off the hit, gives it to his winger, sends it out to the point. Long shot, hits the skate of Wessel. Wessel gets it to Blanchard. Blanchard's going to clear it to the neutral zone. He reverses it. He gets taken down. Rubis picks up the puck, gives it to Brooks. Brooks far side hits Blanchard. Blanchard brings it in, tries to get it to Spatansky, but it's knocked off of his stick. Blanchard takes it behind the net. And here come the Admirals right back into the neutral zone with numbers. As good back check by Wessel broke that up. Good stick by Brooks breaks up the next entry attempt. They finally get it deep into the blue zone. They start a line change as well. Malachi Smith comes away with the loose puck after Mason Blanchard takes the body, goes to Wessel. Wessel back over to Smith. Smith takes it in. He goes down low, puts it in front, hits Spatansky. Spatansky with a wicked backhand pass gets it to Wessel, and Wessel buries one, the wide open net back door. So Wessel from Spatansky and Smith at 5:52 left in the first put the Blues up 1-0. Blues will finish the line change. Giorgio, Boyer, Zilm up front. Brooks and Smith on defense. Greff backs up the wingers on both sides. Face-off is won by the Blues, back to Brooks. He holds it in his own zone, waiting for players to shift around a bit. He hits Boyer right at the red line. Boyer goes far side to Malachi Smith, who's breaking into the zone. He takes it low, gets around one man. Oh, tries to put it in front for Boyer, just out of his reach. Giorgio picks up the loose puck, back to Brooks. Shot on, pad save again by the goalie. Giorgio picks up the loose puck. He goes to Smith. Smith, long shot, deflected by Boyer on net. Clearing attempt held in by Malachi Smith. He puts it back down low. Giorgio on the forecheck with Zilm. They disrupt the exit on the far side. Now they're going to bring it near side. They go across, picked off by Boyer. Boyer, unable to hold as Smith has to get around him. Brooks has back as they have a one-on-one. Gets around both players, goes into the corner though as it rolls off the stick. Giorgio picks it up. He's going to skate it right up the middle. Makes a move around one man, brings it in, goes to the outside, cuts towards the net, has it knocked off his stick. Zilm picks it up. Zilm reverses in the corner, sends it out to Komodowski at the point. Komodowski to Miniman. Miniman, long shot, blocked by a Milwaukee player. Loose puck was in front. Milwaukee grabs. They sky mail it to the neutral zone, and here they come into the blue zone 2-on-2 as they dump it in. Puck comes to the side of the net. Komodowski grabs it. He reverses and holds in the corner, waits for reinforcements as Giorgio gets back. They send it up the sideboards for Boyer. Boyer far side for Zilm. Zilm right back to Komodowski. Komodowski to the outside, gets hooked, no call, but can't get a pass off. He hits Crowley. Crowley's shot. That's blocked by the stick of an Admirals player. Goes right to Miniman. Miniman down low for Bauer. Bauer skates it behind the net. He brings it near side. It gets knocked off of his stick. Admirals player goes down. They reverse behind their own net this time. Bowers has it on the sideboard. Sends it up to Miniman. Miniman to the Komodowski. It comes out of the zone, so Blues have to... Wow, how is that not a call? Komodowski hooked down to the ice, no call there. Miniman gets the loose puck, sends it to Bauer. Bauer tries to go to Bowers, it's off the mark, goes all the way down into the Milwaukee zone. They reverse it behind their own net, and now they're going to bring it out near side. They send it up to the wing, and heads up, 2-on-1 coming the other way. Wow, shot. Not sure if Scannapieco got a hold of that or if they missed, but loose puck comes out. Bowers has it. And he has it knocked off of his stick, maintains control, gets it to Crowley. Crowley gets around the last shot, hits the side of the cage, goes behind the net. Crowley battles for it. He's got Schneider back there with him now as he just got on the ice. Schneider tips it behind the net for Bowers. Bowers tries to get to Schneider. He's got three men on him, comes all the way out to the point to Peterson. Peterson goes to Rubis. Rubis to Fugner. Fugner with space, shot on. Stick save, goes over the net into the corner. And a good stick by Fugner breaks up the next clearing attempt. Good pinch by Rubis. He gets it to Schneider. Schneider shoots. Glove save. Rebound picked up by Fugner. Doesn't go in either. Another good save. Fugner hit behind the net. Schneider goes to help him out. Puck comes out. It's going to go all the way out to the point. Peterson grabs it, shoots it, deflects off a stick, and goes into the netting. Lots of good pressure there. Couldn't get one past the Milwaukee goalie, who has had just an absolutely amazing game so far. He has stood on his head to keep this one close. Blues will continue with Fugner, Harris, Schneider up front, Rubis and Peterson on defense. Face-off one back to Peterson. Peterson goes to Rubis, far point. Long shot, that gets through, saved by the goalie again, pushed behind the net. Schneider battles in the corner for it. Fugner comes in to help him out. Schneider pushes it behind the net. They're going to send it into the near side corner. And puck hits off of Peterson's glove right to an Admirals player. They make a move around one. Good stick by Scannapieco, breaks that up. Peterson comes away with it. He tries to go up the boards, hits Harris with it. They make a move around, good stick again. Schneider picks up the loose puck, gets it to Rubis. Rubis reverses. He comes up to Fugner. Fugner's going to tip it in and chase it as the Blues start a line change. They take it behind, picked off by Harris. They take it right back. They try to clear up the boards, and they clear to the neutral zone, but it goes right to Rubis. He circles far side, gets to the red line, He goes down, draws a penalty. That'll be a trip. And Blues will go to their first power play here late in the first, excuse me. So Admirals player takes what I think is a pretty tick-tacky call. That was pretty weak. It looked more like a blown edge to me, but his stick was by his skates, so the ref calls it a trip. Blues will go on a 2-minute power play here with 1:26 left in the first period. They send out Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front. Smith and Brooks will be on defense. Spatansky lines up, take this draw to the Milwaukee goaltender's left. It is won by the Blues. It comes out to the point to Smith. He skates to the center, goes to his partner Brooks. Brooks back to Smith. Smith to Wessel. Wessel shot. That gets through. Pad save. Knocked down and then held on to by the Milwaukee goaltender for another quality save. Spatansky lines up to take the next one. It's one back to the point again. Smith has it. He skates to the top of the circle. He goes out to his partner Brooks. Back to Smith. Smith reverses, comes back out to the point, goes back to Brooks. Brooks down low for Blanchard. Blanchard to Spatansky, one-timer, another good save. Blanchard gets tripped. They're going to send it far side. Held at the point by Smith. Smith down low for Wessel. Wessel to Smith. One-timer slap shot from the point goes just wide. They clear it out. Glove down by Brooks. Brooks off the boards to Spatansky. Spatansky to Smith. Smith pulls up. Oh, man, had a man breaking towards net. Didn't see him. And Milwaukee's able to clear. Smith grabs it, the red line, gives it to Brooks. Brooks throws it in deep. Blues going on the forecheck. Wessel gets there first, hits his man. They try to clear up the boards. That's knocked down by Blanchard. Milwaukee gets it again. They're going to send it all the way around this way, and that one's going to go all the way down, and Brooks touched it, so no icing. Brooks behind the net, reverses to Miniman. Miniman sends it off the boards, tries to hit Wessel. It's picked off, and then he steals it right back, and that'll do it for the first period. Blues lead 1-0. We will start the second period with a 34-second power play, and until then, we'll see ya. And we are ready to get the second period underway. Blues make a line change in between periods. They send out Giorgio, Boyer, and Zilm to finish off this 34-second power play. Defensively, Miniman Komodowski will be the pairing. Scanopieko continues in net for the Blues. Giorgio lines up to take this draw. Face-off won by the Blues. Boyer sends it to Miniman. Miniman reverses in his own zone, goes to Komodowski. Komodowski back to Miniman. Miniman's going to skate through the neutral zone, crosses the red line, crosses into their zone, pulls up, drops it for Boyer, covering the point. Boyer with space, shot, that goes just high, comes all the way to the far point to Giorgio, covering that side. They put it in deep for Zilm. Zilm has it knocked off of his stick. Komodowski pushes it deeper. Puck squirts out, and Admirals grab it, and they send it all the way down for an icing with 16:26 left here in the second period. 1 second left in...
You got 1 second left.
Offensive zone face-off will be to the left of the Admirals goaltender. Giorgio lines up to take it. Face-off, won by the Admirals. They take it into their own corner. They swing it around hard. Man out of the box grabs it at the blue line, puts it over to the center. Good step-up stick by Miniman, knocks that play off course. Giorgio picks up the loose puck. He gives it to Zilm. Zilm's going to bring it out near side, crosses the red line into the Admiral zone. Tries to go far side for Giorgio, just out of his reach. Giorgio battles an Admirals player on the sideboards. It squirts out, gets past Komodowski on the point. He hustles to retrieve that one. Skates on his own blue line, goes to Miniman. Miniman back to Komodowski. Komodowski's going to skate it out far side now. Tips it around one and grabs his own puck as it hits somebody. He gets it. He goes to the front of net. Rebound off the shot by Komodowski, picked up by Boyer, and Boyer buries. So Boyer from Komodowski and Miniman to put the Blues up 2-0 here early in the second period. Maybe it was Komodowski and Giorgio. I'm not sure. I don't know who passed it. So Boyer with the rebound and Barry put the Blues up 2 with 15:39 left here in the second period.
Pick it up, 85. Let's go now. Let's go.
Fresh five-man unit for the Blues steps on the ice. Crowley, Bowers up front. Peterson and Rubis on defense. Crowley lines up to take this center ice face-off. It is won by the Admirals. They have it in their own zone just inside the blue line. They send it forward, picked off by Crowley. He has it taken off of his stick, and they're going to bring it near side off the glass. Knocked off their stick by Rubis. They get it to the Blues blue line. They kick it in, and they go in offsides. Neutral zone face-off will be across from the Admirals bench. Face-off won by the Admirals again, pushed between their defensemen. Bauer gets in on the forecheck. They do a little backhand sauce pass. Bowers breaks that up. He has it taken off of his stick, and here come the Admirals 2-on-2 through the neutral zone. Good back check by Crowley to be part of that deal as they push it off the stick. Gets it to Peterson. Peterson to Rubis. Rubis leaves it in the corner for Bowers. Bowers up the boards. Picked off by the Admirals defense. They put it in deep. Rubis grabs it. He's going to skate it now. Chips it forward for Bauer. Bauer chips it around to Crowley. Crowley tries to get to Bauer. Bauer gets the shot off, or that's Bowers gets the shot off. And another great save by the Admirals goalie as Bowers collides with the net after making that shot attempt. Face-off will come to the neutral zone since a Blues player dislodged that net. No change in personnel for the Blues. Crowley, Bowers up front. Rubis, Peterson on defense. Scanapieko still back there in net. Not had much action just yet today, but when it has seen him, he's been up for the challenge. Crowley wins that draw back to Rubis. He circles on the Blues blue line. He goes to his partner Peterson. Peterson hits Crowley. Crowley crosses, puts it off the boards to Bauer. Bauer brings it in deep, reverses. He sends it out to the point to Peterson. Peterson back to Bauer. Bauer to Rubis. Rubis shot on, blocker save, put into the near side corner. Admirals come away with it. Their seam pass is off the mark. Crowley hits his man. Puck gets out to the neutral zone and comes back in offsides. 14:16 remaining in the second. Blues will make a line change. They send out Brooks and Smith as the defensive duo. Fugner, Schneider, Harris will be the offensive unit that joins them. Neutral zone face-off across from the Blues bench after that offsides. Face-off won by the Blues. Smith puts it in deep. Blues go in on the forecheck. Puck is in the far side corner. Schneider puts him behind the net. He stays on him, knocks it off his stick, holds it in the corner. Fugner goes back to help. He backs out as Harris went back. And here they come through the neutral zone. They've got a man trying to get behind the Blues D. And they slow down, try to set up shop. They go to the far point. Long shot blocked by Harris. Can't clear the zone. Fugner lifts a stick. Puck comes Smith. He battles two players. It goes into the corner. He battles now. Fugner goes to help him. Smith comes away with it. Has it stripped off of his stick. Man open. Good play by Fugner to break that up. And then Harris is on a break for it. And can't beat the Admirals player. Harris knocks it off his stick. Schneider knocks it back behind the net. The Admirals player come away with it, and they're going to bring it through the neutral zone. They send it forward, tip it into the Blues zone. Smith knocks his man off the puck and takes it. He reverses. He sends it up to Blanchard. Blanchard tips it around as he just got on the net. He has it knocked off of his stick into the corner. He sends it out to the point to Smith. Smith. Shot, blocker save, pushed into the near side corner again. Blanchard battles for it. Milwaukee comes away with it. They get it up to the point, picked off by Wessel. Wessel makes a move in the corner, goes around deeper. He's looking for somebody as he's battling, gets it to Blanchard. Blanchard has it knocked off of his stick. Pinch attempt did not succeed for Smith. A good back check by Spatansky broke up their exit. Brooks grabs it. He's going to do a cross-corner dump in as Blanchard goes on the forecheck. Defense go for a change. Miniman and Komodowski now out. Spatansky tries to put forward, hits a player. He gets it right back. He goes to Komodowski at the point with space. Shot! That deflects off something. And then it deflects off a Milwaukee player. Almost goes in the net. Wessel gets it behind the net from Spatansky. He goes out the point to Komodowski. Komodowski, long shot, goes into the near side corner. Blanchard goes in on the forecheck. Spatansky comes to help him. They clear it out to the point. Komodowski settles it, goes off the boards for Blanchard. Blanchard behind the net for Wessel. He skates it up the sideboards. He gets hooked the whole way coming around the net. And Milwaukee reclaims it, but knocked off their stick by Wessel. Wessel takes it behind the net. He tries to get to the front for Spatansky. Loose puck on the side. It's on the back of the net now, it seems. And we get a stoppage in play with 11:41 remaining in the second. As a reminder, they do scrape the ice halfway through the game, so closest whistle to the 8-minute point of this period will be a 10 to 15 minute stoppage as they'll zam the ice. Giorgio's line comes out. They win the face-off. Rubis gets at the point, sends it towards the front, deflects up. Peterson picks up the bouncing puck, goes back to Rubis. Rubis makes a move around the player coming at him. He drops it for Boyer on the sideboard. Boyer back to Rubis. Boyer gets hit late there, no call. Rubis gets it to Giorgio. Giorgio one-time slap shot, saved by the goalie. Rebound in front, pushed behind the net by the Admirals. They're going to skate it out far side corner. They flip it in the air, glove down by Peterson. Peterson back to Rubis. He tries to settle the rolling puck. He sends it forward to Zilm. That gets picked off as a Admirals player stepped up and heads up. Here come the Admirals in. And the puck slides towards the net, and Scanapieko covers it wisely. 11 minutes remaining in the second. 2-0 Blues.
Let's go, Blue! Let's go, Ed!
Giorgio lines up to take this defensive zone face-off. It is won by the Admirals. They put it down deep. They're going to send it behind the Blues net. Their pass picked off by Boyer. Boyer hits Zilm. Zilm pushes it forward past the defender. He gets interfered with, no call. Milwaukee takes it behind the net. They clear it forward. Good hold by Rubis as he puts it far side for Zilm. Zilm puts it down low for Boyer. Boyer has it roll past him. Giorgio goes in. Milwaukee sends it out. Zilm on the forecheck breaks that exit up. Giorgio hits his man and heads up. Here comes Milwaukee one-on-one as they cut in. And Peterson takes the penalty for that, and we'll get the whistle as Giorgio touches the puck. So 10:15 remaining in the second. Blues go to their first penalty kill as Peterson's going to go to the box for what is most likely a hook, I think is what they called. So Rubis, 2 minutes for what we believe is hooking. They never actually made the signal call on the ice, so we'll just have to guess. Blues will send out Spatansky and Wessel up front. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive unit. Face-off is won by the Admiral. Blues pick it off, try to clear the zone. Pitt stays there. Wessel, on a good positive pressure, pushes it out to the neutral zone. They go D to D in their own zone as they regroup. They're going to bring it far side up the boards, hits off their player stick. Brooks grabs it, sends it all the way down, and that will be icing against the Blues. No change in personnel for the Blues or the Admirals. Spatansky lines up, take this draw to Scannapieco's left. It is won by the Blues. Spatansky clears it to the neutral zone. He gets hooked. No call there. Oh, they finally called it. There's the hook. So that will tie it up 4-4 as they take a hooking penalty against Spatansky. Might have been a little bit of acting there, but he did get the stick up tied in with his jersey around the rib cage, and that's going to get called almost every time, except by the ref that was watching it directly. It was the back ref that called it. So minute 30 of 4-on-4 play, and then 30 seconds of power play time for the Blues. Face-off won by the Admirals as no Blues went to it. Face-off is, puck is pushed back towards the Admiral zone. Spatansky sidesteps a check. Milwaukee comes away with it anyways. They're going to bring it up near side, and heads up, they got speed and numbers. Good stick by Brooks, breaks up the entry pass. He now battles in the corner, sends it behind the net for Smith. Smith sends it up the near side boards for Spatansky. Spatansky sends it far side for Brooks. Brooks settles, crosses the red line. He sends it to Wessel. That's going to go all the way in. Smith grabs it, goes behind the net for Wessel. Wessel up the boards to the point to Brooks. Brooks down low for Wessel. Wessel shakes off a hit. Admirals player steals the puck. And here they come. They're going to chip it all the way down, and that will be icing against Milwaukee. Smart play, just couldn't get a stick on it. We'll have to be watching for that one. That was a nifty toss. Blues send out Boyer and Blanchard up front. Minneman and Komodowski will join them on the defensive side of things. Scorekeepers tried to stop the game a little early to start the Zamboni break. Refs say we're going to play on, finish the penalties. Face-off won by the Blues. Blanchard has it, sends it back to Minneman. Minneman to Komodowski. Komodowski skates it down low. He reverses. He gets the puck knocked off his stick, reclaims it. Boyer there to help him. Milwaukee comes away with it. They come out near side, and they make the seam pass right up the middle. Cut towards the center. Puck rolls off of his stick. Shot from the point picked up by Komodowski, and then he hits Boyer on a seam. Boyer shot. Ooh, another great glove save by the Admirals goaltender there, as Komodowski made a heads-up sauce pass. It was right on the stick and sprung Boyer on a semi-break. Face off, won by the Admirals. They bring it to the neutral zone. They're going to chip it in deep into the blue zone. Komodowski chases it down. He goes behind the net for Miniman. Miniman goes to Boyer. Blues back at full strength, so their 30-second power play has begun. Harris steps on the ice. Miniman's going to bring it out. He's going to skate it into their zone. He takes it around the last defenseman behind the net. Hits Blanchard. Blanchard shot on. Glove save held on to by the Admirals goaltender again. And I think now they're going to say Zamboni break. Oh no, they're going to make him finish it out. So they're going to...
8 seconds, Frankie, hold your pennies.
So we'll continue until this penalty expires. Giorgio, Harris, and Zilm up front. Face off, one back to Rubis. Rubis makes a move, goes down low, reverses. He goes to his partner Peterson. Peterson back to Rubis. Rubis down low for Zilm. Zilm drops it for Rubis. That's picked off. They send it all the way down. Foot race won by the Admirals player. He reverses in the corner. Puck comes up the sideboards, and Milwaukee comes away with it again. They get it down low below the blue circle. Knocked off the stick by Rubis. Giorgio picks it up behind the net. He's going to go far side, tries to hit Zilm, and that's going to go all the way down for icing. And that's going to do it for the first half of the second period. We'll be back for the remaining 7 minutes and 14 seconds of the second period and the third period here in about 15 minutes. We'll see you then. And we are ready to get the second period resumed. Blues will start with Crowley Bowers. Face-off was won by the Admirals, but Blues have quickly taken over. Puck now battled from the sideboards. Milwaukee comes away with it. They skate it behind the Blues net. Malachi Smith all over his man. They send it out to the point. It comes out. They send it right back in. Smith now behind the net, hits his man. Admirals player picks it up. Crowley knocks it off his stick. He's going to skate it out to the neutral zone. He's got Bowers with him. Gets to the outside. Shot on. Pad save as he couldn't get a lot on it. Comes all the way out to Smith at the point. Bowers picks it up in the zone. He tries to put it to the front of the net. Nobody there. He sends it off the boards for Smith. Smith, one-time slap shot from the point on. Rebound picked up by Bowers. And they're going to say that touched off somebody. Blues got to get going as nobody's hustling. Milwaukee beats them to the puck. Man wide open in front. Good thing he couldn't get the puck to him. Bowers picks off the pass. He crosses the red line. He chips it in and goes for a change. Bowers goes in on the forecheck. They go far side, picked off by Miniman. Miniman off the boards to Fugner. Fugner has it roll on him. He battles for it. They're going to put it right back out to the neutral zone. Miniman has it. He goes far side for Schneider. Schneider tips it forward for Harris. 2-on-1. Harris and Fugner. Oh! Pass to Fugner just a little behind him. Couldn't get the shot off. Admirals come away with it, and they bring it in. Step up by Komodowski. Hits him. Schneider comes back and steals the puck. He kicks it behind the net as it rolled on him. Wide open man in front. Wow, what a save by Scanapieko. Puck squirted to the front, wide open Admirals player, and Scanapieko snaps him off like a MLB center fielder. Fugner, Schneider, Harris will continue up front. Miniman, Komodowski on defense. Face off, won by the Blues. Komodowski's going to skate it out near side. He goes up to Harris. Harris brings it into the zone. He takes it to the net, gets around one. Wow, what an amazing goal by Braden Harris on an individual effort. Cuts around the defenseman in the end, draped with the stick, and beats the goalie high glove to put the Blues up 3-0 with 5:19 left here in the second. No change in personnel for the Blues after that third goal. 5:19 remaining in the second. Fugner lines up to take it. Ref's going to throw both centers. Harris goes in to take the drop. Face-off is won by the Blues. Schneider's going to bring it in, crosses the blue line. Oh, tries to hit a streaking Harris. It's off the mark, and they're going to bring it right back out. They bring it through the neutral zone. Miniman pushes them to the outside. Oh, what a cut. Shot. That misses the net, goes all the way out. Fugner picks up the loose puck. He gets tripped. Comes all the way out to their zone. They're going to cover it. Schneider hits his man, blocks the pass. He gets it to Blanchard. Blanchard brings it in, tries to get to Fugner, hits a skate, goes behind the net. Fugner now battles for it. They reverse. Blanchard grabs it. He gets it to Wessel. Wessel buries. Wessel from Blanchard to put the Blues up 4-0 with 4:40 remaining here in the second period. Usually the Zamboni breaks don't always work out in the Blues' favor. Sometimes they come out flat. This game they have come out really working hard and bringing a new level of speed to this game. And that's 2 goals in 2 shifts to extend the Blues' lead to 4 here late in the second period. Spatansky, Blanchard, Wessel up front. Rubis, Peterson on defense. Face-off, won by the Blues. Wessel circles, gets back to the red line, brings it into their zone, gets to the outside. Long shot, hits a shin pad, goes just wide. Admirals players try to clear. Their pass picked off by Peterson. Peterson goes up the far side boards, tries to hit Wessel. That's picked off. And Admirals grab it. They're going to flip it back into the Blues zone. Rubis grabs it. Oh, man, pass to Peterson. Hits off his stick. Shot. Wow, shoulder saved by Scanapieko again. Again, not much action for Scanapieko. but when he's had it, he has been up for the challenge. That was another good scoring opportunity by the Admirals, and Scanapiaco stepped up and fought off the shot and then dropped and covered it in the slot. Blues change defense. They send out Brooks and Smith. Spatansky's line continues up front. Admirals win it. Quick shot. That goes wide of the net. Smith battles in the corner for that. Flips it up the glass. Glove down. Should have been a hand pass. No call. They put it back in deep. Smith grabs it. Goes far corner. Wessel pinches down. Admirals send it right back around near side boards all the way behind. They make a move at the blue line. They send it over the defenseman. Good stick by Wessel. Breaks that up. Slap shot on. Pad save again by Scanapiaco, and then puts the glove out and covers it. Blues will send out a fresh offensive unit as Giorgio, Boyer, and Zilm get the call. Smith Brooks will continue on defense. After 2 quick goals by the Blues, Admirals have put the pressure on the last minute 20 here. Giorgio loses that draw. Quick shot by the Admirals. Blocker save again by Scanapiaco. Blues clear around the far side board. Zilm grabs it, tries to clear. Held in by the Admirals again. They're going to take it down deep into the Blues zone. They're going to skate it behind the net, looking for somebody open. Oh, try to hit the man in the slot. Goes past him all the way out to the point. Another shot on right into the blue note of Scanapiaco. That one is held on to, and we'll have another stoppage in play. Blues change the defensive unit again. They send out Miniman and Komodowski to join Giorgio, Zilm, and Boyer. Giorgio lines up to take it. He wins it to the corner. Komodowski gets beat to the puck, though, so Milwaukee controls now. Blues push the puck up to the wing to Zilm. Zilm tries to get it to Komodowski to clear. Admirals pick that off. They put it back in deep. Miniman goes behind the net, hits his man. Giorgio goes back to help. The Admirals try to hit their slot man, goes to the point, bounces over his stick, and here they come back in. Miniman chops it back into the neutral zone. Zilm hits his man. They still control. They go D to D at the top of their own circles. They go up the far side. That puck goes all the way down. They're going to say no icing as it was touched. Didn't look like it got touched to me, but it is what it is. And puck comes out to the point, shot on. Another save by Scanapiaco. Blues starting to look flat here. They got to get their speed up. Wow, man wide open. Oh, shot from the point, hits the crossbar. So Scanapiaco, who's had to make a couple great saves recently, gets a helper from the crossbar, and Blues just unable to do much. Komodowski grabs it. He's going to send it all the way down. He takes a punishment for it, but is able to clear it, and that will be icing against the Blues, and that's a much-needed line change as they got hemmed in the zone there for quite a while. Crowley, Bowers, and Bauer will be the offensive unit. Peterson, Rubis will play defense. Defensive zone face-off to the left of Scanapiaco, won by the Admirals, but picked off by Bowers. They go to the point. Bowers, oh wow, what a bad call. That's weak call as Bowers was hustling to the puck. And they're going to call it what I believe is a hook. And they do. That's a pretty weak one. That seems like a makeup call for the weak one against them. But nonetheless, Blues will go to the penalty kill for 2 minutes. 2:08 left here in the second period. So our hope is we play all 2 minutes and don't give up a power play goal to the Admirals. Blues win the face-off. Peterson sends it all the way around the boards. It was at Rubis, and it goes all the way down for icing. And that eats off a whopping 6 seconds of that penalty time. Face-off, won by the Blues. Rubis battles in the corner for it. 2 Admirals players converge. They win it. They try to get it to the front. Tipped off the stick of Wessel. They bring it out to the point, and that one's picked off. Rubis tries to chip it around. That is held in by the Admirals player. Goes behind the Blues net. Peterson grabs it. He goes up the boards for Wessel. Wessel has it tip off of his stick. That's going to go all the way down, and they're going to say icing again against the Blues. Smart idea on the pass, just couldn't control the flutter puck as it went over Wessel's stick. No change in personnel for the Blues. Wessel, Spatansky up front. Rubis, Peterson on defense. Face-off won by the Admirals. They skated into the Blues near side corner. They send it out to the point. Down to the top of the circle on the near side boards. He skates it down low, gives it to his partner below the goal line. He reverses it back out. Good stick by Rubis, breaks up that play. They try kicking it towards the front. Loose puck in front, shot blocked. Rubis grabs it, sends it hard off the boards. Wessel there has it chipped around him. They put it down below the Blues goal line again. Now they skate it out the boards. Wessel all over his man. They send it towards the net, picked up by Peterson. Peterson goes to Rubis. Rubis goes to Wessel. Wessel crosses. Little sauce pass to a streaking Spatansky, and what could be a penalty shot as he got taken down from behind when he had a clear break, and they do call it. So Spatansky will go on a penalty shot as he gets taken down on a clear break from behind. No attempt made, so penalty shot called. 54.3 seconds remaining in the second period. Spatansky's going to have a penalty shot with the opportunity to put the Blues up by 5. I don't know what the coach was asking, but they might get a penalty now. Ref blows the whistle and tells them enough is enough. Admirals bench not a fan of this call clearly, and Admirals parents don't seem happy with it either, but it's happening. Whistle's blown. Spatansky picks it up on the center ice dot, brings it to the near side, cuts back towards the center, makes a move. Shot, goal by Spatansky. Penalty shot, goal by Ben Spatansky puts the Blues up by 5 here with 54.3 left in the second. That's a pretty good late birthday gift, getting a goal on a penalty shot. Spatansky came in with speed, takes it to the outside, cuts back towards the center, beats the goalie high glove on a quick snapshot. Next face-off, won by Spatansky, knocked off Wessel's stick, and here come the Admirals back into the Blues zone 2-on-2. They bring it far side. They pull up on the sideboard, send it to the point. Good stick by Wessel to break it up. Oh, Spatansky's backhand pass to Wessel's intercepted. Otherwise, he would have had a decently clean shot. And here comes Spatansky on a breakaway now as he knocks it off a player, and he gets around. Shot, goal! Spatansky blocks the pass at his own blue line, chips it around the defender and off to the races, hits a breakaway, and beats the goalie again high glove to put the Blues up 6-0. What a shift for Spatansky. Power play goal and a shorthanded goal in the same shift. You don't see that very often. Blues will send out Crowley and Blanchard up front after that Spatansky shorthanded goal. Komodowski and Miniman will be the defensive unit. Puck is won by the Blues. Komodowski sends it up the boards. Crowley goes after it. They're going to bring it around near side now. They bring it in. They're off sides, no call. Drop it to the point. Pass goes to the far circle. Shot through the crease off to Mark. It's going to come all the way out to the point. Blanchard stays on his man. They're going to skate it down low behind the Blues goal. He reverses in the corner. And Milwaukee's going back to the penalty kill. So apparently Brandon Bauer gets another penalty because he got trapped in the penalty box, and that is why you should have a penalty box attendant. So I'm not sure why the Blues don't, but we should probably send somebody over there. So Blues will continue shorthanded here, and that's going to do it for the second period. Blues lead 6-0. We'll be back for the third here shortly as Crowley blew a blade. Hopefully they found it. I didn't see anybody pick it up, but we'll be back for the third period here shortly. Blues lead 6-0. 2 goals late by Spatansky on a penalty kill and a penalty shot. And sorry, I don't know who the rest of the goals were. But we'll be back for the third shortly. And here we go. We are ready to get the third period underway. Blues will start shorthanded for 1:59 after that second penalty to Bauer for too many men as he got trapped in the penalty box. Blues start this period with Blanchard and Crowley up front. Defensively, it's Miniman and Komodowski. Blues finally were able to break up the momentum by Milwaukee, get the puck to the neutral zone. They're going to throw it right back in. Komodowski sends it all the way around the boards. Milwaukee picks it up. They send a shot towards the front, picked up by Komodowski as it hit a skate. He goes to Blanchard. Blanchard to Komodowski, and Komodowski brings it in. And, wow, another missed offsides against the Blues. And then a puck hits the net, no call. And Milwaukee comes away with it. Their pass hits Blanchard's skate. Crowley picks it up. He drops it for Komodowski. Komodowski tries to clear high off the glass, glove down. Blanchard picks it up. He hits it off a skate. He gets it to the neutral zone and takes the body, causes the turnover, and Milwaukee's going to grab it, and they just throw it back in deep with 50 seconds remaining in this power play. Komodowski goes to Miniman. That is a bullet of a pass. Miniman off the boards to Zilm. Zilm to Giorgio. Giorgio to the outside. Giorgio shot on stick, save. Rebound pushed to the side by the goalie. Milwaukee grabs it behind their own net. They outlet pass far side. They're going to skate it through the neutral zone, hit the man posted up at the blue line. Drop pass picked off by Komodowski. He tries to pass it forward, hits a Milwaukee player, goes to Zilm. Zilm bumps it in. Another offsides against the Blues missed. Giorgio battles behind the net. He goes down. He takes the Admirals player down, so they're going to not call either of those. Both were penalties. But let them play, and I'm fine with it as long as it goes both ways. Blues reclaim the puck in their own zone. 2 seconds remaining. Rubis chips it a mile high. Bauer finally free from the box. And we see Boyer jump on the ice. Milwaukee controls deep in the Blues zone. Rubis picks off the puck. He reverses behind the net for Peterson. Peterson's going to skate it out far side. He hits Zilm. Zilm, seam pass to Boyer, hits a Milwaukee stick. I don't know how you can call that. It literally hit the Milwaukee player's stick. And they miss another one. That is, the one ref seems to know. The ref knows for sure he missed it. Oh no, the other guy talked him out of it. Look at that. The one ref got it right, and the ref that made the bad call talked him out of the right call. That's impressive. You don't see that very often. Giorgio lines up, take that draw. You're generally not going to get that call when you're up by 6 anyways, but when the other ref saw it, you would think that would help the situation, but it didn't. Blues win the faceoff. Zilm flips it in the air to the neutral zone, picked off by Admirals. They bring it back in, and they go in offsides. Another missed call. They send it towards the net, deflects side. Peterson picks it up in the corner. He goes up the boards to Boyer. Boyer off Giorgio hits Zilm. Zilm has it knocked off of his stick, and they're able to clear. Boyer knocks it down just outside the blue line. He sends it over to Zilm. Boyer takes a high late hit. Pass one time back to Zilm. Zilm backhands it to Giorgio. He gets to the outside, and Admiral's able to clear back to the neutral zone. Milwaukee's picking up the physicality here early in the third. Boyer gets it from Peterson. Peterson back with it after Boyer gives it to him on a give and go. Peterson takes it behind the net, goes to the front to Boyer. Boyer has it knocked off of his stick. Peterson picks up the loose puck. It's tipped off his stick. Rubis grabs it. Rubis going to skate it back in. He hits Giorgio near side, tips it to Rubis. Rubis puts it in deep. Blues go for a line change, and here come the Admirals back through the neutral zone. Hit by Rubis, knocked the man off the puck. They're going to bring it back into the blue zone now as they regain control. Brooks hits his man, sends up the boards for Harris. Harris has it knocked off of his stick, bounces out to the point. Long shot, blocked by Schneider, goes into the far side corner. Rubis battles for it behind the net. Fugner knocks it off his stick. Fugner tries to get to the center. Schneider picks it up off the Admirals player's stick. Oh, what a good hold at the blue line by the Admirals defender. Harris gets it, tips it around, and here comes Harris. Takes it to the outside. He goes behind the net. He goes out to the point to Smith. Smith to Brooks. Brooks, long shot. That's blocked in front. Schneider picks it up. Shot on. Saved by the Admirals goaltender and held on to for a whistle with 12:39 remaining in the third. Fugner, Schneider, Harris up front. Brooks, Smith on defense. Offensive zone faceoff comes to the right of the Admirals goalie, won by the Admirals. They flip it hard into the corner, doesn't go anywhere as it hit a weird seam. Harris sends it out to the point to Smith. Smith shot on, tipped by Fugner. Loose puck, Harris has it. He takes a shot, another save by the Admirals goaltender. And we're going to do it again from his left with 12:28 remaining. Fugner lines up to take the draw again. He wants to pull this back to Brooks. It gets tied up in a skate. Fugner comes away with it, puts it in deep, goes in on the forecheck. They're going to skate it behind. Schneider picks that off in the near side corner. He has it roll on him. He waits for reinforcements. He drops it down lower for Harris. Harris gets run off the puck. It goes behind the net to Fugner. Fugner has it. He skates it behind, gets it out to the point to Brooks. Brooks, long shot, blockered behind the net. Admirals pick it up. They send it into the far corner. Schneider picks up the loose puck. Quick shot, deflects behind the net to Fugner. Fugner skates it out, goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks, down low for Fugner. That's off the mark. It goes all the way into the far corner. Harris is going to pick that one up. He reverses down low for Fugner. Fugner skates it out the sideboards. He gets tied up with two players, and here come the Admiral back to the neutral zone. Their pass off the marks. Brooks picks it up. He tries to go up the boards to Schneider. It doesn't get out of the zone, and Blues are going to the penalty kill again as Smith got tangled up with an Admirals player. And looks like a trip or a knee. And they call tripping. So 11:34 remaining in third period. Blues lead by 6, but they go to the penalty kill. Blues will send out Spatansky and Wessel up front. Miniman and Komodowski will be the defensive unit. Face-off is won by the Admirals out to the point. They skate the line, pass over, hits off Spatansky's stick. They get it right back, send it to the slot. Good step up by Wessel, breaks that play up. They get it back, man wide open, shot on. Either hits Komodowski or Scanapieko. Either way, doesn't go in the net. We clear it out to the neutral zone. Wessel battles on the sideboards. Puck is pushed back into the blue zone. Admirals flip it towards the center. They get to the outside. Shot blocked by the stick of Miniman. He sends it all the way down, and Wessel in a foot race, and goalie is the one that wins that race. And now Admirals bring it back in. Their pass picked off by Spatansky. He has it roll off of his stick. It goes down in the Blues corner. Miniman hits his man, and they put it back behind. Komodowski's going to pick it up, skate it out near side. He goes up the boards to Spatansky. Spatansky crosses the red line, slows down a bit, burns some time at his penalty. Backhand pass to Wessel. Wessel takes it down low, sends it out to the point to Komodowski. Komodowski steps, long shot on, glove save, and he gets snapped off by the Admirals goaltender with 10:27 remaining in the third, 54 remaining in the Blues penalty kill. Blues finish the line change. Rubis joins Peterson on defense. Zilm and Blanchard are going to come out and play forward. Offensive zone face-off will be to the right of the Admirals goalie. Zilm lines up to take it. It is won by the Admirals. They take it behind their own net. They're going to bring it out far side. Drop pass to the front of the slot. Now they hit the winger. Lead man the puck again, and here they come 3-on-2 into the Blues zone. They go far side to the top of the point, hit the man in the slot, and they score. Power play goal by the Admirals on a good tic-tac-toe passing play to put the Blues up by 5 now. So Milwaukee Admirals power play goal with 10:09 left in the third makes this a 6-1 game, as not much Scanapieko is going to be able to do about that, as the Admirals tic-tac-toed that, and the last man to touch it buries it over his blocker. Good play, good finish, and we're ready to get this game restarted. Crowley lines up to take this draw. Is him, Bauer, and Bowers are the forward unit. Peterson, Rubis, the defensive pair. Peterson grabs the puck at the red line. He throws it in deep, goes all the way up the far side to Bowers. Bowers tips it to Crowley. Crowley reverses it. He has it knocked off of his stick and heads up. Here come the Admirals, but they couldn't reach the puck. Peterson's pass to Bowers off the mark, and Admirals going to bring it right back with numbers the other way. And good thing it bounced. Good pick off there by Bowers as Rubis is there, pushes it forward, and now the puck comes near side. Bowers and Crowley collide. Peterson sends it out. That was offsides, no call. Offsides again, and they finally call that one. So 9:27 left in the third. Blues will send out a fresh defensive pair of Smith and Brooks to join Crowley, Bauer, and Bowers. Face-off is won by the Admirals. They're going to take it to the near side boards. They get knocked off of them. Bowers sends it over to Crowley, hits his skate, picked off by Admirals. Their pass is errant, goes right to Brooks. Bowers gets it off the boards. Admirals player takes it away. They circle in their own zone. Their pass is sent forward, picked off by Brooks. Next clearing attempt, picked off by Brooks again. He hits his partner Smith. Smith hits Bauer. Bauer across the red line, puts it in deep for Crowley. Crowley goes behind the net. Little gamesmanship from the Milwaukee goaltender as he put his stick out and interfered with Crowley. He comes away with the puck, tries to pass to the far point. It gets knocked off his stick. He still gets it anyways, puts it down deep for Bowers. Bowers takes a hit, holds it there. Admirals player gives it to Bauer. Bauer over to Smith. Smith to Brooks. Brooks with room, shot on right into the midsection. Tricky little stick and a midsection save by the goalie there. Blues will send out a fresh 5-man unit. Komodowski and Miniman will be on defense. Giorgio, Boyer, Zilm will be the offensive unit. Face-off is won by the Admirals. They bring it out. Boyer hits his man. They can't clear. Zilm grabs it, puts it in deep. Giorgio goes in on the forecheck. Admirals player pushes it up the sideboard. Zilm covering the point on the pinch by Komodowski, puts it back into the far corner. Giorgio and Boyer battle for it on that side. Giorgio has it knocked off of his stick. He battles for it again. Boyer comes in to help. Milwaukee comes away with it, and they're going to bring it into the neutral zone. 4-on-2. Everybody needs to get back. They get to the outside. Shot on. Stick save. Miniman picks up the rebound. He hits Zilm. Zilm hits Boyer. Boyer has it knocked off of his stick, and Milwaukee takes it away, but a good pressure by Zilm breaks that up. Boyer gives it to Giorgio, who gets held up behind the net. Comes into the near side corner. Boyer goes in, hits his man. Zilm has the puck pushed past him, and here come the Admirals 2-on-2 back into the blue zone. They shovel it towards the net. Scanapieko pushes it to the corner. Zilm picks up the loose puck. He goes far side for Boyer. It's out of his reach. Boyer chips it around the defenseman. That goes all the way down, and they're going to say no icing as he was right at the line. Blues start a line change. They lead man the puck, crosses the red line. They put it in deep. Blues got to hurry as they got a Milwaukee player there. Komodowski gets it from Peterson. His pass goes all the way around. Here goes Harris on a race to a semi-break. Gets their shot on. Oh, another good save. Another good save by the Admirals goalie as Harris with some speed gets to the outside and gets a decent scoring opportunity off. Blues finish the line change. Fugner, Harris, Schneider up front. Peterson, Rubis on defense. Face off, one to the corner by the Admirals. Schneider pressures them behind the net. They're going to send it up far side. They're going to send it through Fugner's leg. Comes out to the middle, and they go in off sides. No call. Schneider picks off the pass. He's going to skate through the neutral zone. He brings it in, drops for Fugner. Fugner goes around one. He has it knocked off of his stick. They're going to come out the other way. Pass picked off by Fugner. He puts it in deep. Blues now go in on the forecheck. They're going to take it behind the Blues net. They send it far side. They get to the neutral zone, but Rubis picks it off. Harris gives it to, Hutch gives it to Fugner. Fugner gets a battle on the boards. Harris comes in to help him out. Tips it off his stick. It goes out to Rubis. Rubis with the move. He makes it around. He sends it down deep for Fugner. Fugner to Harris, and Harris buries. So Harris from Fugner to put the Blues back up by 6 with 6:06 left here in the third. So Blues lead 7-1. Blues send out a fresh unit, and Spatansky, Wessel, Blanchard up front. Defensively, Brooks and Smith get the call. Brooks puts it in deep, stick down behind the net by the Admirals goalie. They reverse into the near side corner. They send it up the boards. Brooks pinches and holds. Spatansky then grabs it behind him. Shot from the point, padded to the far wall by their goaltender. Milwaukee tries to clear up the boards again, held by the skate of Smith. Wessel from Spatansky. Spatansky has it knocked off of his stick, and Admirals unable to clear as Malachi Smith put a good stick on that one. Then he's going to throw it in deep for Wessel. They take it behind the net. They reverse. They pick it back up as it was knocked off their stick. They're going to shoot it right up the middle, and here they come with numbers. 2-on-2 back in. Drop pass to the third man. And they have room, get to the center, shot, deflects off a Blues stick, and goes into the netting. Face-off, won by the Avs. They control in the Blues zone. picked off by Spatansky. He's going to skate it to the neutral zone. He's in a foot race. Tries to swat it over to Wessel. Admirals player takes it away. They bring it back into the blue zone. Good step up by Blues defender Ann Blanchard. Knocked that play off alignment. Malachi Smith gets it, goes hard up the boards. Blanchard there, can't get to it. Admirals defenseman throws it back in deep. Brooks plays it behind the net for Smith. He's got 2 men on him. Spatansky goes back to help. Admirals come away with it. They reverse in the Blues near side corner. Drop it for their other man. Gets knocked off of his stick. Brooks comes away with it. He reverses behind the Blues net. He's going to kill a little bit of time. He goes near side, far side for Blanchard. Blanchard skates it into the neutral zone. He hits Spatansky. Spatansky pushes it around the stick of one man. Then he's just going to put it in deep and go for a change. And Wessel now in the forecheck. He gets knocked down. They're going to bring it out. They cross the red line. They try to go forward. Picked off by Komodowski. He chips it forward for Crowley. Crowley in a foot race. Tries to get to the front, nobody home for the Blues. Bowers picks it up. He goes down low for Crowley. Crowley has it knocked off of his stick, goes behind the net. Admirals come away with it, and Bauer going to the box for tripping as his stick got caught in a Milwaukee player's skates, and that will be a 2-minute tripping minor for Brandon Bauer. 3:43 remaining in the third period, 7-1 Blues. 2-minute penalty being assessed to Bauer, so Blues will play shorthanded for nearly half of the rest of this game. Blues send out Giorgio and Zelm up front. Komodowski and Miniman will continue on defense. Face-off, won by the Blues behind the net. Miniman sends it up the boards. Admirals player take over control. They send it out to the point. Nobody there for the Blues. Long shot. That goes a few feet wide. Admirals player picks it up on the far side board, sends it down behind the Blues net, sends it back into the corner for their player. They chip it out to the point. They hold it there. They put it down below the Blues goal line again. Now they skate it, brings it towards the slot, hit a man back door. Nobody was covering them, and the Blues somehow got lucky there. Komodowski comes away with it. Him and Zelm bring it in 2-on-3. And oh wow, what a pass, but couldn't connect with Zilm's stick. And here comes Admirals back in 3-on-3. Long shot, that goes wide, comes up to the near side boards. They try to put it in. Giorgio finishes his play. Puck goes to Komodowski. He gets hit, drops it for Giorgio. Giorgio makes a move, hits a skate, comes away with it. He gets taken down, no call. That was the exact same play that Bauer just got called for, and they didn't call it. On the power play, they decide to dump it in with 50 seconds left. They come away with it as Blues got a couple tired players out there. They've been out for a little bit of this penalty kill. Good pickoff by Komodowski as they try to put it in deep. He's going to bring it back in, makes a move, blows an edge, and Milwaukee takes back over. They clear it far side, picked off by Boyer. Boyer, has it roll on his stick as he was about to make a move. Milwaukee brings it back through the neutral zone. They've got a 3-on-2 the other way now. They get knocked off the puck. Peterson takes it away. He skates it behind the net. He goes up for Boyer. Boyer makes a move around the defender, pushes it to the neutral zone. And now they're going to reclaim the puck. They go D to D. They're going to bring it in far side, push to the outside, get around one defender, get around the other. And wow, what a great save by Scanapieko again, as that guy is good. Whoever that was, whatever player on Milwaukee that was, if your parents are listening or you ever go back and listen to this game, that was a hell of a hockey play and a really good scoring opportunity, so good for him. Blues send out Spatansky, Wessel up front. 1 second remaining. Rubis and Peterson will be on defense, and that's going to do it for the Blues penalty kill. Admirals, not Avalanche, Control. They take a shot from the goal line, goes into the padding, and that is held on to by Scanapieko. We'll have a face-off to his left. Spatansky's going to take it. Harris comes out and joins Wessel and Spatansky as the Blues are back at even strength. Avalanche control behind the Blues net. They put it into the corner. Wessel tries to tip it around. That gets picked off. They send it towards the front. Nobody home. Harris knocks it down. He's going to skate it out. Crosses the red line. Crosses into the Admirals zone. Takes it behind the net. Sends it out to the point to Peterson. Peterson, long slap shot. Tipped on by Spatansky. And what a great save by the Admirals goaltender. Looks like Blues are going back to the penalty kill. Rubis gets called for something, and ref has to look at his rule book to see what he's about to call. He needed a book for that? He needed a rule book to see how many minutes the penalty was. That's impressive. Blues asking what was called. And we will go back to penalty kill for 1:06 left in this game. Admirals control. They put it behind the net. It's going to go far side. They flip to the point. Long shot on net. Glove save held on to by Scanapiaco again. And we are now down to 54 seconds remaining in this 6-goal lead for the Blues. Defensive zone face-off will be to Scanapiaco's right. It is won by the Admirals, but stripped by the Blues. Smith chips it out to Wessel. Wessel and Spatansky going to bring it in 2-on-2. Wessel chips it around the last guy, goes towards the goal. Spatansky steals it from him. He goes out to the point to Brooks. Brooks over to Smith. Smith, long shot. That gets through. Glove save. Quick whistle as the puck was loose. And obviously no goal. It may not have been the right whistle, but it was a whistle. So we'll have an offensive zone face-off, shorthanded to the left of the Admirals goaltender. Spatansky, Wessel continue up front. Brooks and Smith will be the defensive pairing. Spatansky lines up to take it. He ties up his man. Admirals player comes in and takes it. He lead mans the puck, and they're going to throw it in cross corner deep. Malachi Smith first to the puck, holds it in the corner. 22 seconds remaining in this game. Wessel comes back to help him out. Malachi Smith just keeps kicking it forward. Puck finally picked off by Wessel. Wessel with a good backhand move gets around one, sends the puck over to Spatansky, and Spatansky shoots and scores for the hat trick. With 4.7 seconds left in this game, Blues go up by 7 as they now lead 8-1 on a wicked play by Wessel, and then was able to get the puck to Spatansky, who buries it for his third. So that will do it for this game. I'm surprised they don't just run the clock. There's only 4.7 left, but we'll have one last face-off. And it is pushed back to the Admirals players, and that's going to do it. Your Blues win tonight 8-1 against the Milwaukee Junior Admirals. We are back tomorrow at, I believe, 4 p.m. Yep, 4 p.m. against Fox Motors. So until then, we'll see ya.